Hello guys, I'm DailyFix and welcome back to X4 Reemergence. So I was absolutely able to get my relations up and running with the OTAS. Unfortunately, they don't have the medium ship required for the antigen
Successfully
part of
docked.
the COVID ops. One of the things that we can do,
Welcome.
especially with the 9 million we have, is at
Requesting
least
permission to dock.
try to get the blueprints that we need to at least continue the Argon Federation storyline. So hopefully that is something I'm going to be able to do right now. That means that I will most likely not progress my relations with the OTAS. Now there's a few options for us that we can use, and I think one of those that I would really like to use is I want to progress the research. This is going to be so important. The teleportation that will really speed things up for us, and if possible, also getting the hacking modules for in the future, so we don't have to, go and buy. And considering we are on a COVID ops mission, we don't really want to get all the
Greetings.
blueprints from this guy over here because it's not part of the mission, and I kind of don't want to spend 31 million on Claytronics, on 16, almost 17 million on microchips. I think it's just too much. So let's
Goodbye.
take a quick peek at the mission again, while of course I have an autosave. But anyways, what we will do is once I get the blueprints, I kind of want to map out the area like over here. So this just to make sure that we can get over here. Hopefully not using Argon space because I don't know yet what's going on. Now I've been told the Terrans are extremely OP, and fighting the Argon as well as the Antigen will most likely not be a huge issue. So that's fine by me. I think the difficulty here lies eventually with the Xenon, considering they are really trying. They're really trying to build a station over here. So far, they haven't succeeded, but eventually, the evolution is going to be high enough to just really start pushing onwards. So yes, I do want to build a defensive platform in Planet 9 without without the admin center, because I don't need that. I know they don't care about it, but I don't need that contested area just yet, and it just feels wrong. It just feels so wrong. Mission wise, I was actually at the right location. COVID ops. So let me quickly make a note because, yeah, I'm a genius and we all know that. And that's going to be large cargo storage. We will need a I'm just quote unquote like dock, pier, hull part, energy cell, because I don't know. It doesn't say you need a full Argon set, but since this is a COVID ops mission, it would be logical, right, to do so. Let us take a quick peek at this guy over here and
Greetings.
see how expensive that's going. I'm going to say the whole price like 8 million or something. Where are you? Oh, that's even worse. Oh man. Oh, that's really bad. Let's see how expensive this entire joke is going to be. I already do not have enough money. The large container, it's not even a million, which by itself is funny enough. The energy is it like 2 million? Where's energy? 3, almost 4 million. So we could definitely go without that, but go with ops, right? Docking, we have a standard dock, so they would be okay with that. And then we need the Argon pill, which also, yeah, we do not have the money for this.
Goodbye.
So one way that we can go around this is by trading the wares in order to progress hacking and teleportation, which is it's not that, I think it's not that expensive. Looking at module hacking, the energy cells we already have, it's mainly like getting the graphene, the smart chips, and the advanced electronics. So what I'll do real quickly is make a short list on potentially everything that we would need in order to at least progress the hacking, the habitation, the docking, the program, all of this. And that we do not even have to. Well, that's not true. That's not true because we would have to start building the wares, but we could start with a refined metals, but we have to start the build up tree, like the hull parts, the claytronics, and we do not need the energy therefore. So we do need a plan. So let me quickly make a list and then I can present that to you in a second. Okay, so with that out of the way, the list would be as following. The advanced electronics, we need 2,425. The antimatter converters, we need 300. The plasma conductors, 750. The field coils, we'll need 2,500. The superfluid coolant, 8,000. Claytronics, 225. Smart chips, 750. Weapon components, 75. Graphene, 300. Refined metals, 500. And there is a but. But the habitation and the storage will require 900. Now, 900 of Palladium. Now, Palladium is not being sold by the OTAS, therefore it's going to be impossible for us to obtain. However, once we get the production module hack, we are able to start building it. I'm starting to lean towards it, in which I therefore could be allowed by hacking the module to buy from the OTAS what I need in order to start a chain. Afterwards, once we have access to the majority of like the production, the rest is going to be quite easy to get by just hacking the Argon, the Antigon. They will hate me for it. I don't care. If they start shooting me, that's it. It's fine. So I'm thinking by allowing myself to get production, it will help me out massively. And then by allowing myself to at least get the goods required in order for me to get a small hub of hull parts, claytronics, and energy cells, that would technically be enough to get everything I would need in order for me to build all of the modules and stations I require in a distant region of the Terran sectors. I wanted to be as far away from everything that I own because technically we are not having it. It's COVID. It's special. So that's how I want to progress. If you guys are okay with that, we are making good money, which is great. So let us just focus a bit on getting the production module hack, which is definitely not a huge problem. I just made a quick screenshot of what I need, just to make sure that that is all done. And I do not have to ask you guys. So the energy cells, of course, we're making ourselves. The graphene, smart chips, and advanced electronics. That is what we can buy. I would also like to buy myself at least one large ship that is primarily going to be used to ship the goods from any of the stations that we're going to be buying from with the OTAS and then ship it all the way towards the headquarters. So we need to find three wares, and that is advanced electronics. Let's turn trade on. We will need a graphene. That's a joke. That's not how you type that. And smart chips. turn caps off because that's not necessary. Bought, and bought. So basically, we are able to buy everything we would need from over here, which is definitely great. There's some Taladi being shot at. I do not really care about that. For us, we are going to be finding our way back all the way over towards, I'm going to be saying, the Antigon. The reason for that is the COVID Ops mission, the second part in which we would need a Minimitar Sentinel. Now, I do not have the Taladi in there because it's possible that we might be able to get it from the Taladi, but I'm not very convinced it is the case. I don't think these guys actually have it. No, that's a Vanguard, not a Sentinel. So these guys do not have it. But if I cannot find it, then we will have to start working with the Antigon until we get the relation up to plus 15. Because no, plus 10. Because we will need the military license in order to actually get the ship. As you can see right over there. Star Republic military license. So plus 10. That is what I need to get in order to progress. So yeah, I'm going to be working my way towards these goals. While traveling, I'm going to be getting myself that large ship in which we will do the trade. I also need to buy more solid miners. Although it seems like we are finally getting the hang of our economy, which is good. 16 million. We actually have the Honshu. We will need the blueprints for all of the materials we can possibly need. So it's combat drones, cargo drones, missiles, all of that good stuff. And that is going to be in this particular ship while we continue building up a tiny fleet to secure this position, just to make sure that once this Terran fleet goes, we are not going to be a sit-in dock. So while traveling through these sectors, I was able to find the Taladi wharf and shipyard. Unfortunately, as I thought, they are not selling the Sentinel. Pyramid cannot trade with because they're hostile. But relatively the route back to the Antigon space was quite easy. Of course, it's then when I realized that I made a mistake again. Because bought wares are not the same as sold wares, and you would expect me to actually know that. But yeah, I messed up. I really am, and I need to now go back to scout out the systems in which I am actually allowed to trade, which is not the Taladi, which is a bit annoying. Oh well. It's fine. I'll just go back. This rapier is extremely fast, and it's actually been quite fun flying the ship, especially not on a autopilot because it's very agile. It flies really cool. I like it. Goes really fast. Hitting 10,000 kilometers right now. So much better. So much better than the other ships. Unfortunately, in terms of our fleet, our future fleet, we got 17 million in the bank right now. We need to go into the encyclopedia. There is a few ships. Basta is not ours, so let's not check that one out. We are the Falcon, which could be a bombing ship. Let's make sure that we have Terran equipment on. As a Mark II. The shields are Terran Mark II, please. I would really like... I think the other one is just a bit too much. We have to definitely set this up. Docking Mark II, I like basic. Don't need long scanners, that's fine. We are turning this off so actually I can see the rest. Now there's light plasma bombs, which is actually quite nice. You do not need missiles for it, but the missiles do more damage. Unfortunately, it seems that the OTAS, originally developed by the OTAS for their revolution noted bomber, Terran observed. Okay, so they kind of copy pasted this. So we have the multi-missile launch array. Let's go back. If we turn one of them on and to have the other one on plasma, unfortunately we can't see that over here. But I would like to use something like this as our bomber, which I think is not going to be as expensive. Of course, this menu doesn't really help us if I want to figure out the price now, is it? But we're going to be saving it regardless. Let's go to the Falcon Bomber. High preset. Combat. Combat. Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2. We'll just do it like this. Which is, yeah, it has that OTAS ring to it, which is, I don't know. Turn it so. Trading computer, we don't really need. These guys are not going to be trading. So our options, we have the Aurora missile, HD, we have the, I think it's heavy damage. I don't know. I do not. Where the HD stands for. It is in here somewhere. It is, because so far the encyclopedia has been very well maintained. Heavy torpedo. That sounds like a missile I would like to use on a bomber. Close range. Lock is 20 kilometers, but the traveling speed definitely doesn't make it easy. Whatever I decide to do, we will eventually get a few of these. Not too many bombers, because I think I would like to have bombers on a bit of a carrier. They usually have just so much more storage, because these guys will actually need to replenish. Going over the other ships, like this is 3 million, which is of course with the wrong engines. Get these, Mark 2 shields. Mason, don't really like Mason on those. We'll get positioning barrage and some more of those. Don't really need anything else. Don't need Marines. Kind of don't need service crew members. So the Gladius would be an option. Let's quickly save this as a fleet heavy fighter. We have the Curie, which is a regular fighter, but so far on the other series, like the Star Wars Interworld series, the fighter is doing amazing. It's been way more agile than the heavy fighter, because that's just less hull, less shields though, which is not ideal. Positioning barrage, positioning barrage. You don't need trade, don't need any of those, don't need crew. Fleet fighter. Sounds like a Xenon ship right now. We also have, of course, the interceptor, which it sounds nice. That's one weapon, which is definitely not ideal, but it is stupidly fast. We could use these with Mason streams, but kind of. If it works, I think, if I'm out of sector, but let's face it, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to be out of sector. The one thing that I cannot change is the long-range scanner software, which is strange, to say the least. I've never seen that the Mark II and the Mark II, a Mark 1 option aren't there. So I'm screenshotting this for those guys to see what's up with that. It's probably something simple, something I'm missing. Mark 2, combat. Look at that speed, man. 7,000, but the damage... Yeah, that's never going to happen. This not enough. Definitely not enough. Save this as the fleet interceptor. So we got 3 options. The heavy fighter, the fighter, of course the bomber, which I still have to look into, and the scout's not even an option. So let's take a look in terms of this again. Small Falcon. That didn't make that one. Stupid. Gladius heavy fighter. Confirm. The Curie. Where are you? Curie. Confirm. And I think the interceptor is I can't even, yeah, the Nimsha. There you go. Let's confirm. Let's take a look. Oh boy. Yeah, in terms of speed, the Curie is going to be winning. But survivability is just as important. It kind of more depends on how much are we willing to spend, because we're talking about, yeah, what, 600 DPS, which is, yeah, not even that much actually. How expensive is it going to be? I'm thinking we're going to go, unfortunately, going to be going for the heavy fighter, because this is it's potentially just going to be problematic. 1.6 versus 1.1. We're talking about 500,000. 500,000 for a ship with one shield, less hull, less damage, and it outshines the heavy fighter with 100 meters a second more, which is, you know, it's still quite a bit, and 1,000 more traveling speed. Boost. Curie. Boost is actually quite nice. Especially because these ships, they can go in and hit hard and go out. So I'm of course looking for advice. We can go mixture. Gladiuses, Curie. Not going to go interceptors. I don't think they're worth it. And eventually bombers. Let me know in the bombers whether or not you would like me to go with the plasma bombs, which don't need any reloading but do less damage. I think I should be able to see it in here though. Yeah, it's like at the epicenter we do 3,000 damage, shield and hull. Rate of fire actually is 0.2 per second, so it's actually a lot less, I think. Or is it actually multiplied towards a second? Yeah, it fires around every 0.2 of a second. So it's actually, it's not bad. So the damage output is times 5. Which is not bad at all. Not bad at all. Projectile speed 600, which is faster than a torpedo. As for the torpedoes, if we go to missiles, the cruise missiles, we know these are the large ship. The detonation on this is actually less than the plasma. Where are the torpedoes? Yeah, okay, so 3 times 5 is just 15, so it's 10,000 less than a actual torpedo. Then we also have the heavy torpedo. Like I said, let me know in the comments, guys, what you would like to see the bombers do. Because I still think bombing ships are quite ideal. But personally, I'm thinking we go Gladius. And then we go heavy fighters. Then where am I? And I love this system. Really think it's cool. Let's quickly do long range scan. I'm going to be scouting out these areas. I know there is another gate over there. Now, one of these is going to be leading towards Xenon territory. And there is still plenty for me to discover in this particular system. Before doing anything into another system. But we need to find graphene. We need to find advanced electronics. And we will need to find smart chips. If we do, then we are going to be extremely... Well, that's lucky. Do I have satellites on this ship though? I do not, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Then let's head over there. I'll go quickly find what it is that we will need. Then we'll head back towards the Terrans. We're going to be buying the drones, anything that I think that we will need for a fleet. And once I have everything that I think we would need, then we'll go and start building up our fleet to defend Planet 9 from a Xenon incursion while we build up a defensive station over here. Then in between episodes, I will start doing some criminal traffic and some missions that are easy to do. I'm not going to do trade, so this will make the process quite lengthy. I have no rush of autopilot, please. Of pushing these agendas forward, because we will need a fleet. We will need to defend the Xenon. We actually also need to destroy the amplifier. We could potentially do these ourselves by just having our fleet just go here, not do anything, stop there, see what's around us, and then start hitting the Yaki pirate base as well as the amplifier. As for the Yaki base, it's quite a few defenses, so we do need a decent fleet, especially because these are all like turret ports. Which way would I attack? Seems we attack over here, then it's 3 of them. That will stop the docking. I think it's pretty solid. If I come in from this angle, it's that. This angle is those. I'm starting to lean from going into this area and then slowly just chipping away. Especially if we can use the torpedoes and all of that glorious, glorious stuff. What am I eyeballing right now? OTAS. Oh, that's even perfect. Yeah, never mind. Graphene, advanced. Oh, no advanced electronics. Story of my life. Absolutely. Story on my bloody life. I've not been able to find them whatsoever. I will be looking for them. While we do, let us take our research ship over here and tell you to not do the damn mission. Dock and wait. Dock and wait. Once he's there, I'll do the trade and I'll be going to find some advanced electronics. Yeah, okay, I found them. I actually already had the base over here, which is great. So that's basically everything we need. Let us quickly go towards the Terrans. I'll be flying the ship myself because that just goes way faster. Because I do not care about most of the asteroids, and I quite am enjoying the flying process in this Rapier. It's, like I said, a lot of fun. Okay, so the flight back actually was fast enough. I noticed that my supply fleets refuse to do anything, which is problematic. I don't like that. So I'm going to be removing the assignment, if I can find it, because that usually is a problem. All orders and assignments. No, I need you to remove the orders. So we're going to be doing the hold position. And then we're just going to be resupplying asteroid belt. We can actually assign these to a station, because we're basically just getting all of our wares from over here. I do not want you to be assigned to the station, because I quite like the way it looks right now. And we can do the same with you. Not assign over there. Do not collect from the AI, which is fine. Confirm it like so. Hopefully that triggers the entire fleet, because yeah, that's problematic. If my my economy stops, I was eyeballing my money for a while because we were making a lot of it, and then eventually it dried out, which I don't like. I'm debating the idea of including the traveling, but on a faster pace. Maybe that's still somewhat enjoyable, especially with the music in the background. Let me know what you think.
Operative, the Intervention Corps just signaled that their fleet is approaching the Yaki base.
Yeah, that's
If you wish
nice.
to contribute to the war effort and reap the spoils, now is the time to engage.
Yeah, we all know that that fleet is just basically never going to be there. Let's get up. Let's head towards the faction representative.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
I know, honor is all yours. Let's go over here. Now, like, I do not know about like the missiles yet. If I look at the Swanson and the loadout, it could use missiles if I redesign over here and take a look. It could carry 100 missiles, which is yeah, not that much. Can it actually do missile turrets? Yeah, it has tracking missiles, which could still be fun here and there. How many missiles does it add? Storage plus 15. So we could make this ship like very beefed with the missiles, like tracking missiles, not the dumbfire missiles, but at least the tracking missiles. Like so. Gives it 160 missiles. I think we will fly through these like crazy. Like the Swarmer is nice, the Smart One is nice, and potentially the Windstalker as well. It sounds fast. But yeah, do I want my flagship as a missile boat? And honestly, I don't think I want to, because I don't want this ship to dry out of missiles and just miss half of its damage. We could also use the tracking on the medium ones, because those will target small and medium ships. But I've seen the AI just basically swarm. And 2 mediums, yeah. These are going to be on a missile first priority. Yeah, first. Honestly, the rest is just going to be like so focusing on the heavy ship. But I'm sure some of the large ships we can buy will use missiles, but I need to research them. Yeah,
Honor to see you here.
blueprints, equipment. We are looking at drones, like cargo drones, the defensive drones, repair drones, consumables. Well, we could use the supply ship to also supply Mark 1 laser towers or Mark 2 laser towers, which I still quite like, if possible, because we can just drop them here and there, and they provide some decent damage, especially against the fighters. Might as well just pick all of these up. No real need not to. How expensive are the missiles? If I look at this, the cruise missile is nice, which we will definitely need. This seems extreme. Usually the price doesn't say everything. I know. It says a lot though. It says a lot. I'm just going to be picking all of these up so I don't have to in the future. Might as well just spend. Like thrusters, can't do anything with them. Engines, can't do anything with them. Shield generators, turrets, and weapons, not so much. So this is the equipment. 7 million. Leaving us
Good luck out
with 30 million to spare and an autosave. I would like to buy... I would like to buy 2 ships, actually. Maybe 3 if I can squeeze that out. And those are maybe the missile boats. Like, I've talked about that previously, where I think they are quite interesting. I think it's these guys. No, they're not. It's not the Akita, it's the Osaka. Oh, Osaka is also quite cool. It's this guy. And then get Barrage. Barrage. Let's go on a high preset. Okay, I have an... oh, that's the Agile? Yeah, we made these last time. The Agile Cruise, 10 million. Full complement of crew. Cargo drones, defensive drones, repair drones. And we could set it up to, like, drop. This one needs to be on only a missile first. Missile first. And I'm looking more towards the Argon war. The Argon will use missiles. Xenon, not so much. But I think this is so interesting. I quite like... Oh, let's not do that. So we got the Katsun Agile. 11 million. And then we have the Shield Bypasser. And I also want to set that up to go capital only. Missile first. Missile first. Looking very much forward to see how this will go. But at least we can get these. So that's 2 of them. How expensive would a Akita be? Go 2. Don't need that. Need some defensive turrets. Mason lens. Do I want to have Mason lens on those? That's the forward. It's not the heavy weapons, right? Good graviton cannon. Quite like the graviton cannon. Together with... okay, that's graviton, position, graviton, positron. It's not position, it's positron. Mark II. Mark II. Mark II. As for the turrets... Yeah, we can rotate these a tiny bit. How many missiles? 120. Well, that could be interesting, though. Going like with tracking missiles or dumbfiring missiles. How fast will they burn through these missiles? That is the question I have to ask you guys. We'll just leave these at light mason then. Mark II, Mark II, Mark II, Mark II, because it's stupidly expensive otherwise. Don't really need trade, but I'm not going to be bothered with it. That means you do not need cargo. Don't need marines just yet. I can always replace that. And this is going to be missile first. Missile first. The Akita. Save is new. The other ship, the Osaka. High preset. Basically do the same thing. Go medium, medium, medium. Or actually Mark II. Now these actually do have the large... Right? Am I just completely... Yeah, this has a large. I haven't... Okay, I'll finish this first, then we'll go back. Wow. I like that. Starburst Shockwave. Stupidly expensive. Sure. This is actually well guarded. I like that. 200 missiles. That's more like it. Seems like this is more of a missile carrier than anything. Good amount of those drones. Because I like him. and continue that. It's the Osaka fleet. Cyber's new. Don't think I need to call it Osaka fleet, but that's fine. I definitely do not have the money for that. Cannot get that ship. Looking forward to see your suggestions. And even this carrier, a large carrier, is going to be worth it. The fleet carrier. Not many missiles, but deployables 50. We can give it laser towers and mines and stuff like that. Bunch of defensive drones and get the small ships on that. 12 million. Let's just do like so. Add to list. There we go. Let's order this. Confirm the order. There you go. Buy 2 more ships. What I will do in between, because I'm well over my recording time, 1 hour 5 minutes, is I'm going to be having the Hoshu get everything it needs the second the other 2 ships are done. So the other 2 are going to be bombing on commander. I would also like to have a few ships mainly be on a attack with the commander, so it just doesn't go off by itself. The bombing will still continue, but I think those 2 ships will work quite well against the Xenon, unless they are being surprised. I think that's a problem. Research ship is currently in silent witness, and I need to tell it never to go through Argon space ever again, especially once this war starts. So yeah, on that note, I would like to thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Quick side note, let me know fleet names, compositions, weapon types which you would like to see. Do we go missile, yes or no? Now is for you the option to actually guide the series as well. And next time, hopefully, we'll start building that defensive platform with the McKellen system. So yeah, have a good one, guys. Bye bye.